Hi, this is Kevin with KGM Jam, owner of ProAdvertisersClub. Totally free site to advertise. Go to ProAdvertisersClub.com and join for free today. Okay, here we are. We got 7 minutes for the drop. This is autographed, and this is the Dell uh, Earnhardt Jr. drop, the first of two today. This one has 2,500, and then the one at 4 o'clock has 1,000. All you have to do is get here a half an hour before it enter the queue, before this timer gets to zero. Once it gets to zero, it's cut off, and then you're assigned a place in line. So I got to be the first 2,500. Now, if I'm 2,540, there's a chance 40 people mess up out of the 2,500, and maybe I get one, maybe I don't. So it's good to stick around. But if you're number 5,000, there ain't no way all 2,500 people are going to mess up. That just ain't going to happen. So we got 6 more minutes, but they got two more on Monday. And one is a one-for-one helmet. It's an auction, though. It's not a drop. And you can start bidding on it at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Then it ends on Wednesday, roughly at 5:15, between 5 and 5:15. And if you win that auction, you get the highest bidder will get that one-of-one NFT. And then later on that day, an hour later, they got 100 NFTs of an engine. Now, the cool thing about this is both of these come with utility. Utility is when they attach something to an NFT that if you own it, it can be whatever their imagination is. And that's the beautiful thing about NFTs. Even after they disperse them, after they distribute them, they can add utility for the rest of eternity. It's the most amazing thing. Utility is what's really going to drive NFTs, even more so than now. But what are the utility? Well, the utility is a victory lap with Dell Earnhardt Jr. in the car with them. Let me read it exactly. Auction winner does a ride with Dell Jr. furnished by the Dell Jr. Foundation and receives a signed Dell Jr. helmet and gloves as a takeaway from that in-person experience. So not only will you get the NFT that will be very expensive, you will also get a physical helmet and an autographed helmet and the ride. So that's what's really coming, is the connection of digital NFTs to physical products, because they will be combined forever. Okay. If somebody makes up another helmet and autographs it, they can compare the two helmets, and only one person will have that NFT. And that NFT is baked onto the blockchain, the ledger. So you will always be able to prove that you're the owner of that helmet. So they can't make any fraudulent ones. They can, but they can't do anything with it, because if you want to buy it, you could look online yourself and see who owns it, or that's a fraud. So that's absolutely amazing. The engine ones, you get to sit in. You got to do it by the activation deadline, and once you do, you get to participate in an exclusive Zoom Q&A with Dell Jr. as part of the Q&A. Dell will show users how to deconstruct an engine as the basis of how the engine NFT was created. Dell would also answer your questions, user questions. This is just absolutely mind-blowing, and I can't wait for what they got next. And this just is an autograph. This is Vivi. Vivi's probably the number one platform. Some people might argue, but they have just blown up all over the place. I mean, they're all good at this point. Some are better than others as far as distributing. Perfect example is on Vivi. They can sell out 30,000 comics, 80,000 comics in half a second. On another platform, Terra Virtua, which I love it, but it just, for some reason, they'll put out 1,000 comics, and you can pick which mint you want even, and 6 months later, they still got 500 of them left. So, and they're both Marvel. One's like Red Sonja, which is an old Marvel issue that was bought out by Dynamite. And then you get the Marvel comics on. So you could say it's the comic book, but Vivi sells out everything in half a second. Everything. Where these other sites, Like they'll sell out today, but like the Terra Vulture, they don't. So that's just probably the difference between them right now. But they're all trying their own stuff and different stuff, and they have different IPs, and they're all good. I think any NFT you can get a hold of right now, and just hang on to it, that has a licensed IP is a gold mine. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't listen to me at your own risk. It's for entertainment purposes only. But that's about as simple as I can put it, and probably the safest way. Not that any of the unknown IPs that people make up themselves will be around, but most of them won't. So a license like this one, this is a licensed IP. It's Dale Earnhardt Jr. Everybody knows who he is, and he signed on with Autograph, which happens to be, I don't know if Tom Brady owns it or he participates in it or he's a part of the investor in it or something. I don't know, but yeah, that's that. So here we come. So I'm going to get assigned a number here. I don't have to do anything. Now you do have, if you're in line when your time comes up, you have to be. I think they give you 10 minutes to purchase it, and then it's thrown back into the queue. So you want to stick around and keep an eye on the computer. So we're under a minute, and I'm just going to go ahead and keep it on this page for right now. The odds of me, there's probably 50,000 people or more going for this. So I got a 1 in 50, maybe 1 in 100. But I keep the money if they don't, if they, I don't have to give them the $30 unless I get it. So we'll know here in about a minute and a half, because it takes them about a minute to assign everybody a number. Now, I did a VV drop this morning comic book. I did not get one. There's 1.5 million daily users on VV. So it's very hard to get a drop. But again, you don't pay nothing if you don't get it. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Now it's assigning numbers. And we'll find out here in a few seconds, about a half, 30 seconds, a minute. And like I said, if I'm real far back, there's no sense in sticking around, because that would mean every single, if you're past 2,000, that means all 1,000 people and the 1,000 people in front of you would have to mess up. But if you're 1,005, 1,100 maybe, stick around. What do you got to lose? They can distribute them pretty quick once they get going. See, I'm number 2,800, so there's no way I'm going to get one. So that's that. Now there's a drop at, no, there's 2,500. This one is 25, but still, that you're talking 300 people got to mess up. So I might stick around. I'm going to stick around and see what happens. But again, this could take, if everything's going right, they can distribute to them relatively quickly, or it can take all day and night. I did one drop with Nifty, the what do you call it drop? The what's the name of that show? But anyway, they did the drop and things started going wrong, and it took them literally 3 days to get it done, and you just could not. So when my time came up, I wasn't there to get it, even though I was within the number to get it. And you have to go do things. You can't stick around, and you don't know when it's going to come back up. And I don't know why I can't remember the Matrix. But they did give me and everybody who was in that queue a free NFT of the cat walking across the screen. And then now see, they've already passed out half of them. So let's see what when they get to here, it will go. You are all NFTs have been dispersed. So you're not going to get one. But if I'm lucking out and 300 people for some reason don't have things going right. There's also today at it was at the same time, but they moved it to 5 o'clock Eastern time. Is a Topps NFT, a Top Shot NBA Top Shot with a. I think there's 130,000 of those packs. So I'll probably get one of those. See, if you log out, you'll lose your spot. So you want to stay. You can probably go off the screen and do other things, but like I said, I've been in. Like I said, they're going to drop 130,000 tonight, and that will take them about 3 hours to do all 130,000. But 2,800, they'll do it. That's a alert for Facebook. I'm selling a box of comic books, and I have 10,000 people. They all want to know what each individual. It's a box of comic books. I can't give you every information on every single comic in it. It's $100. There's 85 comics in it. Take it. So I stop answering. They can, and they all try to underbid you, or not underbid, but they don't want to pay the 100. All right, here we go. It's almost finished. Now on Top Shot, it tells you exactly where they're at and what number you are, but they don't here. And the other thing I love about Autograph is they have a record, like Curio. You can see the record of that NFT, who's bought it, when, how much, and the entire history of it till you bought it. They don't do that on Vivi. They do that here. They do it on Curio. They do it on Top Shot. Vivi doesn't do that. I don't know why. They maybe we'll get it one day. They'll implement it, but that sure is nice to see, because it's some very important data on when you're trying to make up your mind whether you want to keep it, sell it, or just whatever whatever you can do with data, because everybody has their own strategy. So if they can just provide the data, everybody can do their thing and make their own mind up of what they want to do with it. So I'm not holding my breath here, but there's a 1% chance maybe at this point. Crazier things have happened, I guess. So let's see. And then again, there's one here in an hour, the other one. So I'll be back with another video. And see, now it is all dispersed. Okay. Well, it says it's almost my turn. Thank you for waiting. You're now being redirected to the website. Now, this is going to take me, and it's going to either take me to a buy page, or it's going to take me to a thing that says, sorry, it's all sold out. Well, it's the marketplace. So we'll see. There's always a little bit of hope. And it's freezing up. It could be that too, as a lot of people's, the system can mess up and you end up slipping in. Buy now. 66 remaining. Holy cow. This is unbelievable. If it lets me through, they might be all gone before I can. Maybe other people have had a problem getting through, like I am, and then by the time they get to it, it's sold out. I don't know. See, it's locking up. And this might be what happened to everybody else and they couldn't get through. It's hard to tell with this stuff. Well, we'll find out here. Let's see what happens. It's kind of got my hopes up. It looks good, but I'm frozen up. So those six, she says 0 remain. So unless it locked me in already, if it locked me into it, I got it. You just missed it. Sorry, it didn't work out this time. Try exploring our marketplace. See, it went too slow and I didn't get in. But okay, well, at least you got to see how it works. Uh, Again, I didn't have to spend the $30. I'd rather have the thing. And now I guess at 300, it's even worth to stick around, even if you're 300 out of it, because I did come very close to getting one. So, all right. Well, thank you for watching, and I will make another one at 4 o'clock. Thank you very much.